Hello everyone, and welcome to today's stream. You can see my screen. Today you join us here at Newcastle Central, or just Newcastle Station. We'll be driving this amazing GNER Class 91, starting here at Newcastle up to Edinburgh, just making sure my sound is working. Right, so let's get in the train and set up the cab. DRA goes off. We set those to marker lights and the headlights go on. Master key in, set the train to forward, bang, and open the doors. Of course we are driving the AP variant of the 91. So yes, let's say hello to everyone in chat. Hello to CP Train, South Western Railway fan, Clark 007, also hello, Fabichan, hello. Peppy MU fan as well, welcome to the stream. As this 156 comes in, this is on a service going from Whitby to Hexton. This Valenta should shortly be departing very soon. Just listen to the amazing sound that it makes. Still got his tail lights on, he'll depart this way though. It's the 91, you have to love the 91, it is. There he goes. Absolute icon. Inside's the Valenta. Anyway, we are due to depart out here just before 19:55. We're going in evening run down to Edinburgh today, calling at Berwick upon Tweed and Edinburgh only, going via the usual route. I'm actually going to attempt to do this HUDless up until Berwick. That's the only this is I can't remember the East Coast Main Line between Berwick and Edinburgh. I'm trying to, by the end of this year, be able to do the whole East Coast Main Line HUDless. Anyway, we're now ready to depart, bound for Edinburgh. As off we go. Oh yes, Edinburgh. Towards Edinburgh. Well, the first stop at Berwick. I feel like we're accelerating very slowly. Driving 9105 County of Durham. Oh yes, sorry Josh, hello. Welcome to the stream, Josh. You'll be our guest for today.
Yes, I will, indeed.
I completely forgot that you existed. Right. Anyway, we have to depart.
I could have got a drink and went downstairs. What else did you know you're talking about?
You're in seat 47A. Right, the speed limit will shortly be going up to 40 miles an hour. We can just accelerate once we go past this green signal here.
This isn't a career scenario, is it?
No, it's not a career scenario. This is once again my scenario that I created. It's a through the ages scenario, what I call it. So here in Newcastle we'll be starting in the GNER era, and then we'll slowly be moving through the ages. So once we get to Edinburgh we will be in the present day. So as the scenario progresses, time progresses. Now part of Manners Station.
Oh, we're doing Trains in World 2 next week.
Yes, indeed, we are doing Trains in World 2 next week. I thought I'd mix up a bit.
You care black boy?
No Intercity. That's a good question. I was going to put Intercity in, but I guess or there weren't enough services to fit Intercity in. Because if I put Intercity in, I agree it will be absolutely amazing. But we won't be able to have, for example, LNER or some other things I have planned at Edinburgh, but I'm not sure whether that's a good sacrifice or not, to be honest. It's up to you. Tyne Metro is diverging off to the right. That is the line towards Hugh South Shields and South Hilton. We'll shortly be able to accelerate up to 100 miles an hour.
Got to see the journey shrinker HST for the first time yesterday.
It's 43,102, but it used to be 43,302.
Yep. With 43,274 bringing up the rear. Supporting the MR purple livery.
Indeed. Quite like to go along the Midland Main Line on the last day of the HSTs. Be nice to do. I'll see if I can get first class tickets if I book in advance enough.
It depends what day you want to do them, really. I
mean,
do
on
know that
Saturday.
work-ins.
Lots of people are
Saturday.
going to be booking them. They do the 2 lead services in the morning because the 15th is a Saturday.
They both get into King's. Well, one of them get into King's Cross about 10:30, I think it is, and goes back out to Quickwell Depot. And then the second one passes Quickwell, West Hampton Thameslink at 11:15, and goes to Quickwell Depot afterwards. And then it does a later service to Nottingham, I think. One of them do. About 3ish in the afternoon.
60 here. Just doing the coal subsect delivery. Indeed it is. This is still those days. Along the journey, are we going to see VTEC and LNER? Yes, we are going to see VTEC and LNER. We'll also see East National Express East Coast as well.
I hope to see 313-201 will look good in Trains Simultaneous as well.
Ah, they're going to add 313-201 to Trains Simul 2. I know that they're doing the Southern 313, but 313-201 will be nice to add as well. I went on
You said
HSTs
209.
last Sunday. It was not the intercity one though. Oh, did we just pass it? So yes, we did.
Did you just say 313-209?
313-201. It's because I got a message saying 800-109 did something.
It's because the reason why I mentioned about 800-109 because that's the one that got involved in the HST alignment or whatever, wasn't it?
Indeed it did. 800-109 did collide with an HST. That was in one of its first weeks of service, and it's only just been introduced for testing purposes. Speed limit is now going up to 110 miles an hour. This is Benton Junction, which is a connection made available to the Tyne Metro line. This is, I think, the loop section of it that goes via North Shields.
Oh, hang on, what's this? That'd be a 37 minute. Wipe up at 87.
CP trains. What HST did you go on? Was it a Great Western one? Or was it a ScotRail one? Or was it a cross-country one? So I do like your profile picture, GBOF shed.
There's a double head of 37 at Wembley, by the way.
Yes, first 742 and 407. They were at Norwich last Saturday.
Well, now they're at Wembley. There was 2 90s, one in the Great Line of Green Livery, and X-Great Anglia one. What else did I say? HST.
Oh, I think we've lost Josh. Oops, I'll just read out a few comments and then I'll invite you back. I do like your profile pictures, GPRF shed. Pacer, you obviously don't like Pacers, do you, Fabrice? I think they're alright, but they're long overdue. Right, let's call Josh back. You might see the screen freeze for a minute. That's 5 fine. Apologies about this. I think you must have dropped out the call or something. Right, are we back?
Hello.
Hello again. Sorry about
I
that.
was just discussing what I saw at Wembley yesterday. HST power cars. 290s. OH shunter. The Weber 37 with wagons, I think it was. An EWS 90. I think it was. There was a 90 that was hidden, that's for sure.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so that's probably.
There was a Mark 5 carriage for Caledonia Sleeper on its own.
Must be going to some maintenance work or something.
Bit weird to see. What are your upcoming videos as you said something about Southern?
We've been doing this entire trip in step 1 braking. We've been doing the entire trip in step 1 braking. That is so embarrassing.
Oh well, good start. Outlaw does not go well unless you know the manual well.
I was wondering why the train wasn't accelerating. Why don't you use speed set? I don't think it's really that necessary, but later on we might want to use it for example for the section of East Coast Main Line with a lot of speed changes.
I mean, when I'm driving the AP375, I always use the speed set.
I never use the speed set for any train. I just think it's not really necessary.
It is if you're speed limit that you don't need to go over the speed limit.
It's a really coarse way of tuning your speed though. If you're going down a hill, the speed set can't do anything about it. Now crossing Framlington Station. The one station between Newcastle and Moorcliff.
Sounds like a 319.
Yeah, it does sound like a 319. Or like a 321 that's just, well, it's on full power. There have been a lot of HSD derailments lately. Another one derailed thing. I think I remember the place. It derailed Newton Moor. Was it Newton Moor? Was it? Oh, it was Darwin, yeah. It derailed a couple of weeks ago. Fortunately, no one was hurt. There's faulty set of points, but the has been repaired. Oh yes. What's your upcoming videos? As you said something about South London. I do have a lot of upcoming videos from South London.
Obviously, you don't want to share because you want to keep it secret.
I think I filmed considerable amounts of videos on various different main lines. All of the best in South London. Lots of different locations coming up very, very soon. So I feel like South London is an area that I haven't really touched very much. So it'll be really nice to go back there.
When at East Croydon,
Yes, indeed. East Croydon was one of the places.
I think you did tell me that you went East Croydon.
Yes, I went to East Croydon. Then I was going to go to Beckenham Junction, but realised the trams weren't running. So
You did do Beckenham Junction in the end.
I did do Beckenham Junction.
London Bridge was on there.
London Bridge was also included.
Sorry if I'm giving my healthy answers.
Yeah, there's many, many, many more. Yes, when I went to Beckenham Junction, I actually got quite a lot of variety because all the stuff that usually went via Heather Green was being diverted via the Catford branch and then joining at New Beckenham and then Beckenham Junction.
Any southeastern?
Lots of southeastern. This is the Warbley one. No,
Oh, speaking of southeastern, I saw tons of Queen's Road. I see yesterday. So 375 and West 5. No 377, so 465-9s or -2s. Which
yeah,
I thought was a bit weird.
220. This is Clifton level crossing. We are going to want to decelerate here.
some reasons it doesn't do workshops nice, or I have all of the time, so.
That's odd. Have you checked in the... I'm not actually sure whether they're listed because I'm not that proficient with workshops on this. I might need to go into step 5 code application here because the more path is really not far away at all.
Oh, Great Northern 365s don't do Peterborough to London anymore now.
I don't know, not a lot of them have gone for scrap. That is understandable.
They only do Monday to Friday and Sunday only.
I went to Queenstown Road the other week. I have so many videos, except it takes forever to edit and render. Yes, I was at Queenstown Road as well, and Josh, you were as well, weren't you?
Yeah, I was there yesterday.
Because I was chatting to the member of staff at Queenstown Road, and she said she's seen many other spotters come to the station possibly.
I got ear raped by a 450 ton.
Fair enough. Did you see did you see a train going on the wrong platform as well?
I didn't see any trains go for the abandoned platform though.
No, she said that to you as well, that lots of other spotters had come round the station. When were you there, CP Trains? And here is Morpeth Station, famous for being the first place
I did
to
see
picture
some
a speed restriction.
458s.
It's 458s are nice, and it's good
Got
that they've got
tone from
future secured.
I got a tone from one of them.
Right, let's not go into step 1 brake applications, shall we?
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, you were there Friday the 16th of April, alright. I was there on the 6th of April, I want to say. 6th
Oh,
of
it's
April.
basically at the spotting for Queenstown Road Battersea. It's basically at the spotting.
No sound for me, there is definitely sound.
I caught it. Oh, you lucky bugger.
Yes, there was a 455 on the abandoned platform, it wasn't really doing anything. That was what I saw when I went there.
You saw 701. 107, 458, 460, 450, 444. What? Let's see. Other than a centre 3 on the London Overground line.
Ah, you got blocked by 707, that's a shame.
I think the best way to catch a 701 would be, depends where it's going, Rains Park.
That'd be good. The 701 in my intro, that was filmed at Queenstown Road. I very nearly got bowled there, but passing pegs look now.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, there's sound for me.
As I can hear sound, I'm playing it on my phone, sound is coming through.
I saw at least 4 720s out yesterday.
Transport rail paces haven't got long now. The remaining ones have until next May until they're completely gone. Oh, you mean May 2022? They are staying for a while, aren't they? Longhurst level crossing. Shortly be followed by Oldham Lane level crossing. There it is.
Has anyone had a driver change where the driver has find another driver. Then cleaners come, disinfect the cab, but not bring the tools to clean the cab.
There must have been some reason we had to clean the cab. You're saying, Brock, when he went into London yesterday, his train was delayed by about 15 minutes at parking.
Even though the train I was on only was parking a minute early.
And you've noticed we're now in the East Coast area, as A225Z has gone past us. That is in the ex-GNER Class of East Coast.
And because of that, I missed two of the connections I need to catch forward.
The train is louder than the talking.
Which would have been on my next station. But instead, I decided I'm not going to make it into football because I'm with both girls and I thought West Ham.
Yeah, CP trains it might have been because we're literally going at 100% power. But now we're not 100% power, in fact we're just slowing down for the curve at Woodrington. Here's Woodrington itself. We shouldn't run into that problem again, so you should be able to hear George nice and clearly. Ah, you managed to get on a 377-4 refurb. Lucky you. I saw that one of those coming into London Victoria. I was thinking, should I run down and get it? I was thinking, and then I thought, nah, because I can just do it another time.
I don't know how many 377-4s they're going to refurbish. Because there's only like 2 that's been refurbished, I do believe. I think they're doing all of them, I think.
Yeah, doing all of them. All of the it's not just with Southern, Gatwick Express, Thameslink, or all of GTR's electro stores, so the all the 377s, and then Gatwick Express, Southern, Thameslink, Great Northern, all of their electro stores are going to be refurbished. Transport for Wales Pacers were the ones that went in December 2020 and presumably one for 3 minutes to follow on. Makes sense.
When did you call the Kingston Road?
Queenstown Road I went to on the 6th of April.
9034 looks good in the new EV cargo road.
Just 401 and 419 about it. Actually, yeah,
I think I've seen 9034 twice before transferred over back to EV cargo, I think it was.
9034's always been with DB Cargo, except it was in the blue livery before. It used to be one of the substitute logos for VTEC, when the 91s were having their pantographs changed up.
Yeah, they were with DB Cargo, and they were on loan to Great Anglia.
9034 wasn't with Greater Anglia, was it?
Yeah, it was.
9034, and it wasn't.
It was. I saw it with the Lino pages at Ipswich when Abellio Great Anglia was on.
9034 was never in the, or it was never with, or it might be on Great Eastern, but certainly wasn't with Abellio Greater Anglia.
It was. I remember seeing it, and it was with 82126. Then 9834 stayed on the DML for a few years, I think it was, until Great Anglia fell. That's what I'm saying. It's so sad to see that. Yeah, it is.
Shame about the 90s. I mean, they've been given a lot of future careers. I mean, the 91s will be back. They will be back at the beginning of June, at the earliest with LNER. And they'll be given a couple of years left in the service. So they do get scrapped for good. do have a mortise board for an 85 speed limit, which is not in my track atlas. So I will slow down for it. We'll just go into step 3. Speedboard. Yes. I know which one it is. The speedboard straight after the viaduct. So yes, we are bang on in terms of speed deceleration. Bang. Yep, that's the 85. I do know my route.
So 319 area yesterday.
Oh, nice. 319. What's that on?
St Albans Abbey Road.
Are they in service? On St Albans now.
Yeah.
So I went to Watford they were, but I assume that was just in the first couple of days after lockdown was lifted.
There's next Thameslink one. There's doing a St Albans Abbey service. Because we had to change trains. For a southern service up to Paddington. Over 15-minute journey, I think it was.
It's a great triangular 90 does look nice. It's quite a nice livery, suits it pretty well. It was on the East Coast Main Line and used to operate as the Pretendolino set. So it used to be with Virgin. Oh, what was that sign? What did it say? It was one of the marker signs that they have on the East Coast Main Line.
If I send you a video of 98.4 at Ipswich, you'll see your name.
London, 300 miles. Anyway. Oh no, we did pass another 225 set. That was one of the East Coast white liveried ones.
Already found it. 2015. Get to your card,
GWR769 should be entering soon now. Yes, they will be very soon.
Yeah, in 2015, 9834 was the new EV cargo heavily over.
This was before VTEC took them over. That's almost the limit of my knowledge with the 90s.
I think it was back in 2017 where 9834 joined Virgin Trains East Coast. I don't believe.
Board for a 95. I'm saying Morpeth board a lot today, maybe because we're on Morpeth.
I could be wrong.
I wonder when the 720s are going to be on West Anglia. They'll be on the West Anglia, I think. Whoops, that was not good. They will be in the West Anglia. I think the first ones are entering service in the summer. But they are definitely on test at the moment.
Did you say the summer?
The summer. That's all the information that I found is this summer. Now passing Alnmouth, speed is going down to 85 as we pass through.
If that's the case, I might ride the first one to Cambridge or whatnot.
I think South Eastern have 6 707s and I've seen them all. Where are all the 707s? Are they at Hither Green and Ashford? Is that the two places where they're based mainly?
I did see one video where one player was at Ashford International.
This was an absolutely amazing place to spot trains. There's a curve. We have a 66. Maintenance train, a short one.
Is this your own scenario that you create, or is it an AP scenario?
No, this is my own scenario. I think Ashford and Grove Park, sometimes Slade Green. Cool. Just if you'd been on the day on the second, when I was on the South Eastern network, that the line through Hither Green was open, then I might be able to catch one at Grove Park. Unfortunately, that was not the case. Now accelerate up to 120 miles an hour, which is almost the limit. Okay, of course, go up to 125 miles an hour. We have an East Coast delivery class 43 passing us now. We're now around 2013 time. It looks not bad actually, considering they left the electric traction motors in the world, changing 3 types of suppliers. The 769s, I think they look alright. They look a bit weird in the GWR livery, but I think we'll get used to them as they enter into service.
I think they will become 8 knots when they come. I do believe. They're planning to do different pathway services, won't they?
769s, now they're doing Reading Red Hill. The time of 2022 is now in TS is the future. 2020, I see. The time is 2022. Fog's cleared up as well. I saw a lone 375-3 that was going from Ashford to Tunbridge in platform 3. Yes. I had a National Express 91 power car at the rear of that one. That'll be 91+Mk4. Just one of 2 that were in the National Express livery. The other one was 91. I want to say 103. Someone can correct me on that. We can now go up to the juicy 125 miles an hour. I wonder what Southern's turbo star replacement will be. I'm not sure either, because Southern have gone, oh, we're giving our 171s Juice Midlands Railway, but they're not saying anything about what the other ones will be, and particularly on the south coast, on the east coastway between Eastbourne and Ashford. What's going to operate them? Because they've been, well, they so far haven't been any plans to electrify. I mean, the Upfield branch has plans to be electrified, but Ashford to Eastbourne probably won't be electrified in the short term. Maybe, if anything, it might be just more 377s to be rolled out onto the line if it is further out.
I mean, I've seen videos of the podcast 171 going down to Ashford.
Indeed, footballers did go down to Ashford. There was some in the summer last year, I saw at Ashford. And it's sad about 507-006. Burn to Eastern Rake, didn't it?
Did anyone hear about that tamper that caught fire?
No, not that. Oh, 507-006 was the one at Kirby, wasn't it? Yes, the tamper caught. There was a tamper that caught fire a couple of days ago between Dunton Green and Sevenoaks. Still thought to be an electrical fire. Still no news on whether the tamper's going to be completely withdrawn or not. Whoa, that car! He went straight through as the level crossing barriers are closed.
I think it's about getting new parts for 507-006 if it's to be repaired.
Soon as well, so it'll be a waste to do so. The tamper may explain why some trains are diverted or late for me. Yeah, because it's really the main line that goes through Sevenoaks, isn't it? There's just something so satisfying about driving at 125 miles an hour. Now passing Chattel Station with its incredibly short platform and very limited service pattern. 507 006 might go to Newport Docks, it might do.
I heard that the train was going 125 miles an hour, and there was 25 miles an hour, so it was going 100 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Oh wow. Yeah, sometimes drivers forget that's what, talking of TSLs, or not TSLs, I'm just talking of speed restrictions in general, we do have a... I think we are speeding already. Oh no, we are speeding very... Yep. This is the section of route that I don't really know that well. Oh, we go straight back up to 110, so we will be speeding a bit, but big deal. That must be scary though. Speed limit will go up to 125 very soon, yeah, we can accelerate now. Got about 18 miles to go until we get into Berwick, which is about the halfway point between Newcastle and Edinburgh distance-wise. Probably time-wise as well. We're during at 2040, so we're still 2 minutes late, but we we were in step 1 until about Paddington, so... That's going to go very nice. That's going to stick as well. And now it's going to sense up. It's not quite nice. This route is an absolutely amazing route from JustTrains. It's one of the first I did, but it's incredibly detailed. I really like it. And then we have the AP weather pack as well. It's quite a loud 91. The DVT is slightly quiet, I guess. Now passing Belford crossovers, and Belford level crossing itself. I'll just speak up a bit so that it can be heard. It's like the 67 we drove from Marylebone to Banbury. Is it louder in the passenger view than it is in the cab? That is very odd. Stick our head out the window. A bit glitchy there. Just don't be awesome. It looks nice though. Yeah, 91s are a lot quieter than this, at least when you're travelling in the passenger cabin. But I would pick a 91 over on a Zoomer any day. I reckon the Zoomers are probably louder than this. What was that? We'll just leave the HUD off until we get to Berwick, see how good my knowledge is. Right, we will shortly be ready to decelerate to 115 miles an hour. We should have a more board pretty soon. Oh, we are already going 115, so that's not a big deal. Consumers get a lot of hate, but I don't hate them. I mean, I was about to say they're well-made trains, but they're really not. They're, I know a lot of people say that trains are made of plastic, but the Azumas literally are made of plastic. Their interiors are made of just the cheapest plastic you can think of. The seats are great. Ride quality isn't the worst in the world, but still not great. I'll be pre-anticipated 150 will only just go for some more board. I mean, if the Azumas were put on like commuter routes on that, it'll be fine. But if they're doing 4-hour, perhaps even if you're going to something less than, or 8-hour runs, then it's just completely unacceptable to have that sort of train doing that run. It's good that the 91's coming back, they're great trains.
Yeah, good train.
The Mk4's really nice to travel. Now accelerate up to 125 miles an hour again. Oh, nearly. Nearly can accelerate to 125 miles an hour. Now going over Beale crossovers. Coming closer and closer to Berwick. It's a shame really, because I know that Hitachi can make such good trains. They didn't seem to have got the best of them in the UK. I mean, the 385 and the 395s are good trains. The Zoomers and the ITs are really not nice. I think most companies are just buying the trains because they're cheap, to be honest. We should soon have the coast on, right? Yeah, getting very close to the coast already. If you're travelling along here in real life, you can see the sand dunes. I mean, those are sort of sand dunes, but not really. Sand dune and cliffy type things. If you haven't seen my review on the 225 set, where I travelled from London up to Edinburgh, here's the coast. Back in February last year, that was a ton of fun. It was one of the first trip reports I ever recorded. It's more sort of a journey video than a trip report, but it was really tons of fun. I'm looking for 100 mile an hour morpeth now. I mean, I don't know why Evangelia are getting them. East Midlands Railway are getting them as well. The only two operators that haven't been caught in the cart plague, as I call it, the only two operators have decided, or the only two operators operating long distance services have decided. I mean, Cross Country hasn't ordered IATs, but it's going to be pretty soon they order them. Here's 100 or 95 miles even. We are nearing Berwick very soon. Hello Sean, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. This is about the limit of my knowledge now. Just time to put the HUD back on. As we come into Berwick-upon-Tweed, which will be our first stop for today. Have we crossed the Scottish border? Not yet. We will do very soon. The Scottish border is north of Berwick, but it's only by a couple of miles. However, the Scottish border did used to be on the River Tweed, which is the bridge that we're just about to go over now. The border did between England and Scotland did used to be by this bridge, but it's not anymore. Oh, I'm getting a call from Josh again. I think the call must have failed again. Yeah, connection lost. Redial. Hello. Hello? What has happened? What has happened?
Hello?
Ah, nice. The call keeps failing. Say connection lost.
No, it's actually my end. It's playing up a little bit.
Yeah, I see. Is there definitely going to be a Pacer Farewell Tour soon? I'm not sure whether there'll be a Pacer Farewell Tour. It'll be nice to see one though, because there hasn't really been one.
What, for Transport for Wales?
Maybe, or maybe even with Northern, or maybe just in general.
There's no places left on Northern.
Right, here is the Royal Border Bridge. It looks really nice to go over. You don't really get to see much of it when you're travelling over it, you just sort of see the edge of it.
There might be a farewell tour for the GW on Transport for Wales at some point, because all the places on Northern are gone.
We are actually coming into Berwick on time. Yeah, it might be with GWR or... I mean, all of Northern's places are gone.
I don't know if the GW ones have gone or not.
No, the GWR ones have all gone, they went in December.
Oh, they are. So it's just Transport for Wales that are remaining then.
Or with the 143s, yeah. All the 142s have been withdrawn. I think, if I'm not mistaken, all the 144s have been withdrawn as well.
Yeah, they have.
Floating assets. Come on, JustTrains. I know you can do so much better. Right, we want to stop right at the end of the platform here.
Come on, JustTrains.
Just so we can get the local train on.
Yeah.
I think that's about perfect. There we go, let's get the passengers. We've actually arrived earlier than I previously anticipated. Why can't we open the doors? Can we open the doors?
You should be able to.
Doors? Oh, I think it's because it's saying we're not supposed to open the doors until 2038. The doors are a bit messed up when you haven't set in a particular arrival time.
Okay.
We should be able to open the doors very soon though. No?
It's a shame that you can't open the doors at a specific time when you arrive. I mean, if you're early, you can open the doors, can't you?
Yeah, it's just because I've been silly. I mean, we are due to depart out here at 2040, so we can just imagine the doors are open.
Floating signs.
If we just put the train into forward and then get it going very briefly and then stop again, will that help? No, we physically cannot open the doors here for some reason. Not sure why. We should be able to get the train on, but...
I reckon if the 91's hanging off the platform, I reckon the doors will open.
Alright, we'll try that. I don't want to go past the signal. Right, we'll try now. Are the doors open?
Yeah, just...
Yep, doors are opening now.
143 paces left now. It might be one in general, but as they are quite sure from having faithful preservation. Well,
That's nice, that have been safe preservation. Berwick's quite a nice station actually, it's quite a small one. You do occasionally get a few services passing through. Not sure why these assets are missing. Anyway, we are now ready to depart out of here, and we are going direct to Edinburgh. Sean, like you said, the border with Scotland is going to be just up ahead. This is also the limit of my route knowledge. So, having to go with the HUD from this point.
Yeah, so you don't speed.
Yes, floating signs. When I first installed the route from JustTrains, there were a lot of glitches. I reinstalled the route about a week ago, just as I was planning to do this stream. Things are working a lot better now. I mean, the scenery glitches were everywhere, but they're back now. Our next timing point is going to be Dunbar, and this is also one of the most scenic parts of the line. Unfortunately, it's not simulated particularly well in Train Sim because there's only a limit as to how blocky you can make things look. It's quite nice to travel over. Now we have a cross-country 221 now, so we are definitely out of the Virgin Trains cross-country days. Let's see if we can pinpoint the border. There is definitely a sign. Let's see if we can
How many
find
Class 313s are left now?
How many Class 315s are left now? All of the London Overground ones are gone. TfL Rail, I think there are still some left. They'll be all withdrawn at the end of May. I'm not sure on the exact number of sets.
I think it's 8. Could be wrong.
Here is the border. You can see the sign just here. This is the Scottish border. As you can hear the sea washing up on the shores, so we can accelerate to 95 miles an hour. Yeah, it feels somewhat nice to be driving in it again. See all the cliffs. It must be really nice travelling along this section of line at sunset and just looking out the window. But the views on this particular section of line are absolutely amazing. He planned to get the rest soon, a trip to London soon, he thinks. Yes. The silly side of me is seriously considering doing another London to Edinburgh stream for train sim. When we get to Edinburgh, we are basically a rail tour, pretty much. That's something I didn't think through, was the juxtaposition. There again, we have just crossed the Scottish border. As the sun is beginning to set.
Near to plan to get to the west soon, a trip to London soon. Are we well talking?
No, it would just be because of the juxtaposition of us a GNER train, compared to all of the other normal stuff at Edinburgh.
The sun is horizon. Beautiful.
It's really nice. This is what you get if you have RW Enhancer and the AP Weather Pack installed. It just looks really, really nice at sunset.
Has anyone heard of a thing called transport roulette?
It's transport roulette. Has anyone else heard of that? It's basically a game of luck where you go around London on various modes of transport.
You have to play the dice.
So there's not really a win to it. You can't really win it or set a record for it, but I think it's mainly just supposed to be a lot of fun. The scenery looks really nice. The scenery looks really nice, so let's see if we can get a...
Because it might be possible for both of us to do that in London at some point.
The transport roulette is really fun.
And sorry, at Stratford, isn't it?
Good start at Stratford. Oh, we have a Virgin liveried East. We have our first Virgin liveried set. We're definitely transitioning through time.
What's that livery's next livery? GNR.
They can get transitions between them pretty well. Meanwhile, we're still driving a GNER service. I doubt this would be possible, but imagine how cool it would be if you would be driving a train in train sim, and the livery on the train slowly changed to the modern day livery. That would be the coolest thing in the world. That would be really, really hard to script, but I'm sure if you tried, you could probably get it to do that. Just past Weston. I think this is Grant's house we're going past now. Might be wrong. No, this is still Weston.
District and Circle Line is now driver route. Because yesterday I saw District Line and Circle Line on ATO.
I mean, the circle line's been on ATO for a while.
District lines on ATO as well.
District line joined with ATO some time ago. I mean, they still have to be manned. I remember when I was 7 years old and I was at Ealing Broadway station, I saw a Class 47 rail tour with Mark II coaches in also blew the horn, and I didn't care because I was so dumb back then. Lol.
I think I started to get into trains and liking them more when I was like 5 years old.
You have definitely been an enthusiast for long, both of you. I started spotting in 2012, I want to say. And I started YouTube in 2017. So I'm relatively new.
Starting young and getting older.
From in-city livery from LNER present livery would be awesome. That would be absolutely amazing if someone could do that and you just looked outside and then the livery of your train was changing. That would be so cool. Oh, in step 6 braking, I pressed the wrong button. I thought I was releasing the brake, but I wasn't.
Oh dear.
London, 350 miles. That would be really funny. I mean, I've just sent them all into portals, but if I didn't and I sent it all into Newcastle, it would look really. I mean, all the platforms would be completely full, but it would be like transitional. Like you'd have Northern Spirit at one end, and then you'd have LNER on the other end. I need to get around to uploading my content on here at some stage. I have mixture, especially bus events I went on as well. Ah, there. Interesting, I do quite like those as well.
I'm a bit behind my content. Because the oldest one I haven't uploaded yet, is from the 7th of April.
And that's from Eastleigh, right?
Yeah. I might want to try to ride on the cross country as well. Just need to know what working things usually do.
It changes day by day, I think. Just depends what there is at the depot. And plus they're on real-time trains as well, so you can probably deduce them from that. Ah yes, Potter's Bar does a preserved bus event as well. Not sure whether it's happening this year. They usually do it in July. Now on a 1 in 83 down gradient. I keep pressing the wrong button again.
Apparently there's new quad and tramlink announcements.
Maybe they are. I mean, all the times that I was on Croydon, or the only time I was on Croydon Tramlink is when I did Tube Challenge. Well, not Tube Challenge. When I did All the Lines Challenge. and the tram announcements are sort of broken because the train thought it was terminating at Wandle Park. For reference, we were going between Beckenham Road and East Croydon. It kept saying this train terminates at Wandle Park, the next station is Wandle Park, this train terminates here, all change please, every time we departed or arrived at the station.
I think that was a glitch in this automated.
Yeah, it's funny when stuff like that happens. So when I went to South Eastern service back in August last year and it thought it was terminating at Stratford International despite it was going down to Ashford.
There's quite a lot in Liverpool, but it depends on the year, basically.
And hopefully stuff opens up this year, I really hope so.
Apparently in August, there's going to be a concert in a park.
Well, obviously planning ahead. I could see that going ahead. Because they're planning to vaccinate all adults by end of July.
I mean, it hasn't been cancelled and it's supposed to be a concert in Colchester.
Oh, just put the cab light on by mistake.
There's something wrong with the cab light on.
I've deduced where we are to a couple of miles. We
I
are
need
somewhere
to
near
go on the
Tornes.
high speed truck, as I've never done that.
Yes, high speed is a lot of fun, particularly when there's lots of Eurostar around.
But they're just limited service at the minute, so.
Quite like to travel on Eurostar at some point in the future as well. Yes,
Yeah.
finally speed limit's not 80, it's a bit of a curvy track this section. Not sure why. And we can finally go 125 miles an hour, probably not for long though. Oh, you've been on Eurostar, lucky you. Did you go on the 373s or the 374s?
Okay, works. Yes, it has been cancelled.
Yeah, it's a change. It's a change. Cool change. It is a shame because cool
What?
change is always interesting.
They might postpone it till later this year.
The cruel change didn't happen last year either, did it?
No, it didn't.
There's quite a few concerts happening in Cardiff during the summer which are going ahead as well. Also planning ahead. You like planning ahead? I like planning ahead as well. We've got a few trips planned for the summer already.
Going to Liverpool.
They've both been on class 373s. I mean, the 374s are supposed to be really nice trains. I mean, they sound absolutely amazing. They're almost identical to the DB407s or the IC3s. Oh no, the IC4s. They are really good trains. Shouldn't be ready to accelerate from 105 miles an hour. This is just as we go over the crossovers at Tornes.
Last time I went on a Eurostar was in 2014, but the 374 looks so nice on the go.
The 374 is one of those very few new trains that are actually better than the old ones.
I'll be back in a minute, I just need to put something in the oven.
Alright. Going past Oxwell Mains now. This is, you see occasional colas rail freight trains going to, excuse me, these sidings. And they're usually class 70s. Yeah, I like the IETs. Yeah, the IETs are really not nice trains. If the Stadlers were a bit more reliable, then I think Stadlers would be really, really good trains to put on intercity routes rather than the 800s. I mean, they'd be more expensive, but they would be very nice trains. We're shortly going to be passing Dunbar Station along the way. Which only a few of East Coast services stop at, or LNER services stop at. Packet opening intensifies, yep. I've got a packet in front of me, but I was a packet of biscuits, but all the biscuits are at the bottom, so I'm trying to get them out. That's basically the situation at the moment. Anyway, we'll now be passing Dunbar Station. Since the route was made, another platform was put on the down main. So on our left, there is now another platform built. That stops trains on the fast lines calling at Dunbar having to cross over the line. The 800 was paid for by the government, but the whole train development from scratch. That's a shame. That is a shame. I mean, they probably just designed it to be as cheap as possible. Finally got some biscuits out.
I felt like I was running like nothing yesterday. I was running for trains all day yesterday.
Yeah, you're doing sort of a mini 16-mile challenge.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I ran to a suburb that Liverpool said nothing. I just want to say I didn't know that there would be a 9-minute wait for a Hammersmith City line just to get to Paddington.
How many connections did you miss?
The 08 44 and the 08 59 that both go Cricklewood.
Oh wow.
So thanks a lot CBC and to Transport for London. Would they do farewell tour on the Southern 3-on-3 for you?
I'm not sure. I feel like they wouldn't really do that, but you never know, they might do. Our ETA for Edinburgh is also not decreasing. That leads me to think that we might have a red signal when we're arriving. Hello Belgian train productions, welcome to the stream.
I reckon there's a train that's coming out as you leave, as you arrive, I reckon.
Yeah, there is a ScotRail 385 that goes to Creedon-Tenney, not Creedon-Tenney, Mill Hill.
385?
Or not renumbered 380 basically. There's still no 385 in Trainson.
Imagine if they did though.
Can we do a free view? What do you mean free view? Like, oh no, it's a terrible place to do a free view. Let's go back. After this bridge, about here. The sounds are spot on, by the way. Well done, Armstrong Powerhouse. 14.
I think there should be a hopefully silent feedback thing, because Great Northern's done them, Scotland done them, Red Doors, so I shouldn't see why they shouldn't do a Barrow Talk for Southern.
Whoa!
Well,
There's a van that went from the barriers. What are these people who are doing their stupid little crossings today? Yeah, the 91 really is a good pack for Northern Campbells.
I reckon there'll be a Barrow Talk for 91 though.
91 certainly deserves a farewell tour.
I shouldn't see why they shouldn't do it, to be honest.
It would be really nice to see a 91 farewell tour here, absolutely. Yeah, the full transit driver. The barrier dodgers. I mean, I'm not sure why. Hang on, what level crossing was it that we just went over? Markle, AHBC automatic half barrier crossing, so it was a half barrier crossing, so that explains why you could get around it. The barriers exist for a reason.
I managed to get on a CPC station without passing slow. Oh, I'm being correct.
You were on the Great Northern 313 farewell tour, and I was on the 314 farewell tour as well. I didn't actually get to see the Great Northern 313 farewell tour, so I wasn't really into that sort of thing at the time. But certainly, if it were to go ahead again, then I would definitely snip. Lucky you got to go with both of them. You do love the peps. I mean, your username is PeppyME fan, so. Oh, we do have a class 380 which is just diverging off-bound from North Berwick. As we are about to pass train station. Hello Henry's Transport Adventures and Beyond, welcome to the stream. They never train crossovers. Movement is again questionable. We will probably be held at a red signal outside of Edinburgh. It's probably because there is a 380 that has the same priority as us. I forgot to change that in the scenario editor, but we won't be held there for very long. I remember when I was on London to Ipswich once, I was going slowly and a car casually slipped through my train while I was watching my train go through the level crossing. Ah dear. I love trains so. Either they forgot that barriers mean that cars can't go through, or they just do it on purpose because it's funny. I mean, if that happens in real life, that would most certainly not be funny. But in train sim, it's funny because you know it's train sim. Yeah, they're just idiots driving full transits with brains the size of peas, just going across or going round barriers at level crossings thinking that there was a way through, or paying no attention to their surroundings whatsoever. Here's along Nidri station. A lot of the stations along this line are really good for spotting at. That's between Drome and Edinburgh. Perhaps except Musselburgh, but I've never been there, so I can't say anything about it. Last time I went to Scotland, I was really hoping that I could go to Preston Pan station, because I know that Preston Pan is probably one of the best. Oh, here we have 43238 along with another version power car. You can see we are in the version times now. We're right at the end of it, just before version got deaded. That's not, oh, it is a level crossing. That'll be St Germain's level crossing. Alright, speed limit will shortly be going up to 125 miles an hour. This will be also very shortly be passing Preston Pan, so if we go to free view and then go back down to Preston Pan station, we might be able to get a nice view of the train passing us. I know this end of the platform is the best for spotting at here. Looks like we're going really slowly. I mean, we are going relatively slowly compared to the speed limit. Another glitch I found in Trains and World 2 is on the Bakerloo line. Oh, nice spark from the pantograph there. I noticed that a few stations. That was an amazing pass. I would just say that casually. On the Bakerloo line, particularly at Holsden is where I've noticed it, is that passengers sometimes drop out of the sky and then sort of land on the platform just as the train is approaching, and then sometimes it's the other way around. When trains leave, or when passengers leave the train, they sort of get ping-ponged faster than the speed of sound up into the space or whatever. It is the most hilarious thing. I haven't actually caught a video of it, but it is the most hilarious thing to watch. Now crossing Wallingford station. Again, another station with absolutely really amazing views. And by the way, we are not supposed to be sounding the horn because it's. Oh no, the horn limit is 10 PM, so we're not allowed to sound the horn after 10 PM. So it might do a traction motor update.
Because most 465s have different traction motors in them. Here they go.
Yeah, they have the Hitachi ones. That might be a good update to add to Trains and World 2.
465-01-1s had the Hitachi jams, but the -9s and -2s have this same sounds as the 365, I believe.
Yep. There's the
Same as the
GTO choppers.
466, I think.
You have the GC Alstom ones, which are exactly the same traction motors you find on the Jubilee line.
I know that glitch. I encountered it today. I just say, okay, we've found Jesus. No one.
Oh my god, is that still a thing?
Apparently.
That glitch. Oh, we have a whole Trains Class 802 which has just passed us. That is on a driver training run for East Coast Trains. This is what the new train operating company that operates will operate services between Edinburgh and London King's Cross. That is on a driver training run. So we are now into the future day.
To the future.
I'll get a copyright claim.
As a copyright.
Right, it's going to take us 14 minutes to get to Edinburgh from Musselburgh. I don't believe that.
Don't believe that until it happens.
Yes, that is something that they're projected to do. And Hull Trains 802 did go up to Edinburgh about a couple of months ago on their first East Coast Trains driver training run.
Why is Hull Train near Edinburgh?
I don't know, I think it's just, it's for driver training runs, because you know East Coast Trains are new open access operator that will start operation on the East Coast Main Line. Their trains haven't arrived yet. The line from Tweedbank is joining us now, the Borders line. So they're hiring out, they hired out one 802 from Hull Trains, and it was, I think, just one day they did a driver training run up to Edinburgh. I think they're about to start again though. The first test runs, or the first non-passenger carrying test runs for East Coast Trains with hopefully their own stock will begin at the beginning of June when King's Cross is sorted out. Now passing Craig and Tinney Depot, you can see some GNER Class 40, or yeah, GNER HSTs. I didn't think this through, did I? Because the whole train passes before the GNER HSTs.
You should think before closing them down.
Right, we have a double yellow, so I'm going to decelerate to about, let's say 60, but the next signal will be yellow, so we are going to need to go into a pretty heavy brake application. Chances are that the signal at the 70 is going to be red. Keep turning the cab light on by mistake. Signal at the sign is going to be red.
I wonder what's going to be the next delivery for the East Coast Main.
I don't know. How long have... Well, GNER's not really a franchise, is it? But we really do need to decelerate for this speed limit.
Is this part of the snow?
Pardon?
Is this part of the snow where we have to stop at a red signal?
Yeah, I think I know what it is. It's because there's an Azuma that departs from the south side of the station. Just going to check. The junction's set through Colton. Yes, the junctions are set through Colton.
So it's the train that's blocking the path into platform needs.
Oh yes, a junction has been set. I mean, we can go through Colton. Our route is set through Colton South Tunnel, so we can proceed to Colton South Tunnel, and we can just wait at the signal there.
What train at where plate are we waiting for?
Looks like we're waiting for 5 Yankee 05 to go to Miller Hill. Yeah, I'm not sure when what the next delivery for the East Coast Main Line is going to be. We can shut off power, can't we? I'm glad that the 1972 stockers has been extended further to their lifespan. And the 72 stockers sort of passed its best before date, but I certainly agree with you, they're very nice trains. Let's turn that off and let's get a nice screenshot where we can. Be clear that the fan has died down. The 385 is due out of Edinburgh about That is the weirdest sight I've ever seen. It's due out of Edinburgh at 21:24. By the looks of things, his path has been set. We can't pass the signal at danger. So the most intelligent thing to do would just be to wait for him. But in the meantime, we can see what we've got here at Edinburgh. We do have a Class 220 Voyager. This is just terminated on the 2109 from Plymouth. We do have a Transpennine Express Class 802 here as well. This is just terminated in from Newcastle, I believe. This is the train we're waiting for, 38104. He has a double yellow. Oh no, there is an 800 leaving. This one is going from Stirling to Craigentiny. This is after forming the LNER service, which goes from Stirling to, or from London King's Cross to Stirling. This is just going back to Craigentiny depot now. That might have been one thing that we were waiting for. Let's just get out of the sound cone of Waverley because the announcements are really horrendous.
God, he's speeding up. That is good.
He's going very quickly. We should see him any minute. Looks like we've gone through time. Still can't proceed through the signal.
No, it's still red.
That's a funny Zoom livery. Don't go into Abbey Hill portal, please. Cool. Here he is. 800-103 was his number.
Go away, 103.
The motors. Just so unrealistic. I am working very hard to try and make a makeshift sound back for the 800.
395.
Yeah, it's just a 395 sounds. Right, the last train we're waiting for is going to be 5 Yankee 05, which is bound from Miller Hill, which is a depot just to the east of Craigentiny, which is just south of New Craigcole on the borders line. And it's the depot where all the 385s are maintained. That's quite a nice shot actually.
Is he on the platform exactly where you're going on?
Let's watch this 380 depart.
The train now approaching platform 7 is the 0825 cross-country service to Edinburgh.
Yes, that Azuma livery does exist. You can download it from Alan Thompson Sim. There is also a SimView version. I personally prefer the Alan Thompson Sim version. Here he goes. He's going to cross over onto
May I have your attention, please?
this line, I think. Yeah, he's going to go round.
We'll stay.
We should have actually arrived in by now. In reality, we would have done, and this 380 wouldn't have left until we did. But it's just because I messed up the priorities. For some reason, the CCS has a special priority, so it's taking priority over us. As soon as he passes the signal east of Colton Tunnel, we should be ready to proceed.
The train now approaching platform 7 is the 0825.
Now, what do you mean different livery? Is it an LNER livery? Or is it a different livery compared to that? Or is it just a Hitachi white, or is it GWR livery? There is definitely a GWR livery. You can download that from SuperAlps. If you just search up superalps.weebly.com, then there you'll find an 800/802 reskin available for GWR. I can totally see why. Yeah, I can totally see why he's going this way. It's because he's going from Colton South Tunnel. Please don't kill us.
Is there a track where you can switch?
Yes, there is. Is he going to go up this way? Yes, he is. He is. He is. He's not going to kill us.
Thank God for that. Don't let Harry finish.
Right, off we go.
I don't want an unscheduled funeral from there Zoom. 380.
I mean, a livery without saying Zoom on every coach and the logo is not bigger than that. Oh, that's a SimView 800. So if you go and if you just search up SimView, and then click on downloads, and you'll eventually find an 800.
You can download it for free.
Yes, it is completely free, as long as you have the East Coast Main Line South or the DTG Class 801. That's the one. I know the one you're talking about. That's from SimView. You can also get the Trans-Pennine Express and the whole trains reskins off there as well. Right, I'm going to coast at about 40 miles an hour. I'm not sure where the 380 went. He probably went into Abbey Hill Portal,
Yeah, that's what I think it's for.
and that's probably why the signal went green before we saw him. Turn the cap light on again. Keep. Aye, nice, you found it. It's because the brake button is right next to the cap light button on the train sim. There we are, coming into Edinburgh. We've made it. We're actually coming into platform 7 here. This isn't the usual platform that LNER terminate on. In fact, I don't think platform 7 gets used very much at all. Oh no, Trans-Pennine uses it occasionally.
Are we on time?
We are running about 3 minutes late. It's not a big deal though. Not a problem in the slightest. We just want to stop before the signal, because after the signal is platform 8. Because it's one of those platforms. It's a bit like Birmingham New Street where it's two separate platforms. Right, we haven't triggered the TPWS, so that's a good start. And here we are, welcome to Edinburgh Waverley.
The train now approaching platform 7 is the 08
So yes, as we arrive here under Edinburgh's beautiful canopy, we're going to end it there.
We're going to turn tail lights on now.
Yes, you go to Craig and Tinney after, so headlights are going off and tail lights are going on. I'll leave you with the sound of bagpipes just outside the cone of Edinburgh.
That sounded so wrong, that announcement.
Oh, the bagpipes, they're definitely bagpipes. What happened to the bagpipes? In the story editor, there were definitely bagpipes. Oh yeah, the announcements are really off. They pitch down every time you hear them. Anyway, that just about concludes this week's scenario. Yes, next week he'll be on Train Sim World, which will be very nice. We'll be driving Great Western Express from London Paddington to Reading, which I'm really excited about because I haven't really in proper horn use 11 times, but it'll be really fun. It'll be really fun, Train Sim World 2. I really do like it. It's a really well detailed game. So yes, until next week, I'll see you then. My video from Hanwell is also out, shameless plug. If you haven't seen that already, then do have a look at it. It is already on my channel. Also, quick plug for Josh. I can't speak. I really can't speak today. An hour and 45 minutes of streaming is not good. Josh has a premiere on his YouTube channel, which starts at 6 PM this evening. So do have a look at his channel. Do you? I think I set it for 6 PM.
No, you haven't.
Alright. Then he will have a premiere on his channel very soon. Anyway, yes. Until then, I will see you next week.
For the video.
Alright.